roofing and repairs. I'm a fifth-generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough. We can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your shingles. We can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
Well, you guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10 plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com, or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey, Wes, we show up.
Tom Abraham here for Valley Equipment Rental. You know, if you're a contractor installing fences, you need Valley Equipment Rental for augers of all sizes. And if you need a forklift to get those shingles up high on a roof, Valley Equipment has 10K lifts that reach to 56 feet. Valley also has tow-behind lifts that have a working height of 35 to 55 feet as well for power washing those two-story homes or doing whatever else you need to do. Lifts, forklifts, tow-behind lifts, 35 feet and up. They have your lift at Valley Equipment Rental. 2 locations, North and South Parkway. Valley Equipment Rental.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Looking for your next game day party destination? Well, think outside the box and kick back at Flosa Premier. And you may be thinking, isn't that the trampoline place? Of course it is. But it's also the one-stop spot for all things fun. And if kicking back with the boys to watch the game is your jam, then you're in the right spot. Jump or not, Flow tends to all ages, meaning while you sit back and watch the game, but little Jimmy's having the time of his life perfecting that front flip he most definitely wants to show you. You got this, Jimmy. So next time you think Flow, think fun for everyone.
Welcome to Talkin Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
And there you go. There you have it. We are off. We are running. We are live. Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Theisen, Drew DeArmond. Welcome in on a, what is it, Friday? No, Thursday morning.
Thursday.
We are live from Metro Diner.
For you, it's a Friday.
Yes. We are live from Metro Diner along Highway 72 in Madison. One of our favorite, if not our favorite spot to get you going on a morning. Now, normally Jonathan is back there getting the bacon and getting everything all going, but Jonathan's not here today. So Tobias is back there on the grill getting everything going. And let me tell you, we wanted to come out. One of the reasons why we wanted to come out here was because they've got new menu items and they are getting ready to go. And you can they've got the cookie butter griddle. Cookie butter griddle. Yes, cookie butter griddle.
I'm going to need a minute to process that.
It's a speculoos cookie butter topped with a smooth cookie butter spread. It's got all kinds of good stuff on there. It's got a warm, spicy, looks fantastic. And then you can get
your choice of short stack or of pancakes.
Yeah, that's how they do it.
Waffle.
Yeah.
Infused with warm spice speculoos cookie butter, topped with a smooth cookie butter spread, cookie butter crumble, cinnamon butter, and powdered sugar.
That, my friends, is the new thing. And then
diabetic coma.
And then you can get some baby back ribs. They're tender, they're slow cooked, they're baby back ribs. They're marinated for 24 hours. And then they got a little bit of homemade barbecue sauce on them, served with some fries and coleslaw. And then if you're really in the mood,
what's a Wisconsin burger?
You can get the Big Kahuna burger. And if I'm gonna guess what the Wisconsin burger is, I bet you it's got some good cheese on it.
Extra cheese,
maybe cooked with a little bit of butter.
Yeah,
a little bit of Wisconsin cheese in there. Now their cheese curds are outstanding here at Metro Diner as well. But we're out here. We are going to enjoy some Metro Diner now. Now the illustrious Drew DeArmond is not with us this morning.
He gets to go to Auburn.
He is on a big yellow bus to Auburn.
He is saying War Eagle at the moment.
Yes. So, Steve Moulton, kind enough to filling it make pancakes and French toast and bacon makes it easier for anybody to get up in the morning.
Had to twist my arm.
Drew did text in and say already tingling on the cookie butter thing. Probably not going to get that one. He will not.
Yeah.
Probably not going to go with that one. Will one Drew DeArmond, but
luxury bus. He's on a luxury bus.
Yes, charter bus. Yes,
very nice.
Speaking of that, so Mick Hedgespeth texted me the other day and made a point to let me know that the Huntsville International Airport is partnering with the UAH Chargers next season.
Yeah.
And he said the Spirit coach lives on.
There it is.
So we tweet. He's like, you got to tweet it out that the Spirit coach jet is back for next year, and it will be.
Well, I'd be happy to let folks know that the Huntsville International Airport is a fine sponsor of this very radio station as well.
Yeah. So he's happy.
Good.
So everyone's happy that we're all kind of.
Well, he's right in the middle of camp, so I would
one
imagine
big family. Yeah.
They're at UAH.
Big thank you to Talent Heating and Air for getting us going as well this morning. 256-503-4490, talenthvac.com. They can come out there. Thomas, Terry, Jeremy, whether you're a Tide, Tiger, or a Vols fan, just give any one of them a call because, if you want your air conditioner worked on by an Auburn fan, say, I need an Auburn fan. If you want to buy a Vols fan, say I need a Vols fan. Thomas will be glad to come out there and work on your stuff.
And Alabama as well.
If you need an Alabama fan, you
got them
boom.
covered.
They've got it all covered.
In
Okay,
fact,
they don't discriminate.
Next Thursday, a week from today, Talent is coming by, and I am getting the tune-up. I am doing the tune-up at the Moulton compound.
There you go.
Because honestly, Talent Heating and Air came through clutch for us here at the radio station. Last Friday afternoon, we had a direct lightning strike out at our radio tower. We had not been operational at 100% until yesterday afternoon because of Talent Heating and Air. So a big thank you.
Well, look, thank you. My water with lemon is here. Getting going this morning on a Thursday. Hey, we got a lot of stuff to get through. This morning. And by the way, Bryson DeChambeau is your defending U.S. Open champion. Scotty Scheffler, your odds-on favorite to win the U.S. Open at plus 280, followed by Bryson DeChambeau at plus 700. And then Rory McIlroy. Those are your top three.
You buying Rory right now?
Well,
thank you.
They have already started at Oakmont Country Club. Ludwig Eber. He is 2 under through 2 holes. Now, the key to that one is Ludwig is starting on the back 9, not the front 9. The first hole out of the gates there is going to hit you in the mouth there at Oakmont Country Club. Maxwell Moldovan is 1 under through 2. JJ Spawn is 1 under through 2, but he, like Ludwig, is starting on the back 9. And then Matt Fitzpatrick is 1 under after the first hole. So he's birdied the first hole. Kevin Velos, Zach Blair, Jordan Smith, Eric Cole, Keegan Bradley, The list goes on and on about how many golfers have already started this morning. Rory McIlroy is starting on the back nine. He parred his first hole, so he is on the course as well. Justin Rose is already going. He's even after one. Tom Kim, Harris English, Bryson DeChambeau. We said the first hole can hit you right out of the mouth. Bryson DeChambeau, bogey's number one. So he is already in plus figures. Patrick Cantley's in plus figures.
Do you like that? Do you, I mean,
for the U.S. Open, yes.
Of that commonality of you want some guy to tune in to the U.S. Open. Is that the appeal of, by God, I can do that. I can hit it into the rough. I mean,
look,
is that the whole purpose?
The U.S. Open is the only major. It's the only golf tournament in the world, I believe, that you and I can actually go play in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so, yes, I want it. I don't want to see 25, 30 under
this ain't
in
the
this
Muni.
thing.
This ain't the Muni back in the day. No.
I want to see them have to hit. I want to see them play, because look, if I go play Robert Trent Jones and I hit the ball in the rough, I'm going to hack it sometimes.
Yeah.
That's just, I'm not a professional golfer. That's going to happen. I want to see these guys have to hit those hard shots. And if they make them and they birdie them, great.
Because
all for it.
I've heard regularly this week that it's not a question of if there's going to be a plus figure that will be the winner, but how big will that number be? So like 5 over, 10 over. There's been a lot of speculation in terms of how this course is going to play out, but there was some severe weather that came through that area last weekend. And from every account that I read, Scott, they didn't touch the rough. They wanted that thing thick and lush, which means if you hit it there, then Godspeed.
So that is there. Don't forget on hole number 3, I believe it is. That's the famous church pew bunkers that are lining the left-hand side of the golf course there at Oakmont. So they did a renovation back in 23 to the course, and they kind of they redid some of the tee boxes, moved some of the tee boxes, but the narrowing of the fairways, they kept all that intact. They kept the natural field of the golf course intact. So this is going to be a tough golf course. A lot of it kind of flows downhill a little bit. The greens kind of flow downhill. They're going to be cut to around the 16 mark on the step meter. So they're going to be fast. If you want to watch entertaining golf and you want to watch some of the best in the world have to fight and have to struggle, then this is going to be it.
There are 2 different sports that I'll say that I've kind of had a hot and cold relationship with. I don't know about you. I would throw golf into that for me and NASCAR into that for me. In terms of, I don't know why I've kind of lost favor with both of those.
Well, golf, here it is. There's no Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods was the appeal. Tiger Woods was the appeal because when he was in his prime, you tuned in, and it was in our prime of watching golf. We still have a prime. I'm not saying we're over the hill, but we related to Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
And when he was winning and at a dominant level, it was must-watch TV. You watched golf, even if it wasn't a major and Tiger was playing, you watched it.
So if Charlie gets back into it, do you think that's going to lure me back in?
No.
Would it lure me?
When Tiger was going through his troubles, you watched it because you wanted to see if it was the Tiger of old or the new Tiger, or if he was struggling. So there was still the curiosity factor.
And one of my favorite golf moments is him winning the U.S. Open on one leg.
Yes, that was the year after he collapsed at Oakmont. Remember, he parred 15 holes that year. The year before, he parred 15 holes in the final round and still lost it because he double bogeyed on 2, and that cost him the tournament the year before. So the U.S. Open ongoing. Now, don't forget, Auburn fans, you're going to want to pay attention to Jackson Coven. He is the top-rated amateur in the world, one of 15 amateurs in the field. Jackson had to play through the qualifying rounds to get into the U.S. Open. He got in, and he is playing one of the best golfers on the NCAA level, and definitely helped Auburn roll into the NCAA tournament as one of the number one seeds in the NCAA tournament. So, little PGA Tour golf getting you on the tee box this morning, right out of the gates.
Yeah. In fact, we are going to talk a little more PGA later on here this morning.
Yeah, bottom of the hour, our good friend Charles Plott from Plott Performance will join us. Charlie's a little busy this summer. He's breaking down the U.S. Open. He's got a lot of golfers he's working with. He's also working with former UAH, former Auburn basketball standout Chaney Johnson, trying to get him steered in the right direction when it comes to preparing for a shot playing professional basketball, whether it be NBA or overseas. 256-576-4977. That's how you can join us this morning. Pat from Tuscaloosa is with us. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning, guys. I want to talk about the new Pineapple Express. I've got a newspaper box in my pool room that it's got a picture of Tua Tagovailoa and on the front page of the newspaper. Hey, it's going to be impossible if this quarterback, was to somehow or another in 3 or 4 years become similar to Tua. It's going to be impossible to get a newspaper print. You know what I'm saying? They don't make them no more. Man.
What's a newspaper?
Exactly. And that's where I'm coming from. But this guy is thrown for 3,200 yards, fellas. It doesn't matter if you're playing pitch and catch with cheerleaders. Somebody's got to pitch it and somebody's got to catch it to get 3,200 yards. They talk about Alabama. Normally Coach Saban, he went after blue chip prospects pretty much, and that Coach DeVore seems to maybe trying to go out and find quarterbacks under rocks that nobody's ever heard of. Now, Jet Tamala is definitely a top 10 quarterback in my opinion from what I've seen him do. And both he and Ponatoski, I think it is, out of Cincinnati, are going to be at the Elite 11 finals in California. So we're going to see. I mean, that Elite 11, I call them T-shirt All-Americans, guys.
Yeah.
And, we're going to, but it's still a measuring stick, and we're going to see where those two are by the end of this month. But I'm also reading where that Jet is not out of the question for Alabama, and that Alabama may take 2 quarterbacks in this cycle.
Yeah, Jet Tamala is the quarterback out of Millard South, Omaha, Nebraska. Correct. And Iowa State leading that battle right now. And the question is, will Alabama be able to flip him from Iowa State and
sign him to a contract?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Welcome to the new world.
That's the thing. And Matt Campbell, look, Matt Campbell is a very good coach, and he's in a spot where Iowa State, that they're with Texas leaving the Big 12. Iowa State now can move up the pecking order a little bit in the Big 12. Matt Campbell's done a good job there. He's been able to get a recruit or two in there. The question is with the pressures and what Alabama can commit. Iowa State cannot offer what Alabama can offer as far as financial packages go. I have a good feeling on that one. I dislike Iowa State to the bone, but Iowa State financially cannot do what Alabama can do. So if Alabama wants Jet Tamale, you would think they would be able to put a package together big enough to get him.
Yeah, well, like I said, when we see it at the end of this month, we're going to say Elite 11 final, but I'm hoping that we've got a quarterback before then. I don't know. I know that the guy from Cincinnati, Ponatoski, he has a 98-mile-an-hour fastball, guys. As a junior in high school, 98, and I used to catch for a pitcher throwing 95, and you got about less than 0.32 seconds to adjust your glove with a ball going 95 miles an hour. That hurts. And I think it depends on those two, which one of them commits first.
Right now, I'd be willing for him to suit up with the Braves, help out with the bullpen.
Yeah. Man, hey, Alabama needs some pitching too, real bad.
I think.
There should be another big weekend down on the. Should be another big weekend there in Tuscaloosa as far as recruiting goes.
It's going to be a big recruiting week this weekend, but then the next weekend, June 20th week, is a week that I'm hoping that Jet flies from the Elite 11, winning the thing, and flies right straight to Tuscaloosa is what I'm hoping. And with Jet Washington, we'll have an entire Air Force, 2 jets on one team.
There you go. Thanks, Pat, for the phone call, bud.
Thank y'all.
We got Ryan Fowler coming up. Apparently, we're going to move him to the top of the. We're going to move him to 8. So, John, we're going to move Ryan Fowler from 8:30 to 8 o'clock. So
Ryan's got stuff to do. I mean, he's
he could do 8:30, but 8 was not available. Now it's available, so we're going to move Ryan to 8 o'clock. So we're going to do Charles Plott coming up at 7:30. Ryan Fowler at 8 o'clock. So we'll get some recruiting updates and everything there from Ryan Fowler and everything going on down there in Tuscaloosa. Let's get our first break in. We're a little behind. It's Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to Talkin Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
I'm here with Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up and temperatures going down right now, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
talenthvac.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49 tune-ups this spring. We're also doing free second opinions. We offer that year-round. Somebody comes out, they say you got a bad compressor, leaking refrigerant. Give us a call, see if we can save you some money.
Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. Thomas, one more time, that phone number.
256-503-4490. AL certain number 21014.
Market volatility isn't slowing down. If you're nearing retirement, now is not the time to wait and see. Every day of uncertainty can put your future at risk. It's time to diversify. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I want you to know you can create certainty, locking in guaranteed income for life. This means predictable, stable cash flow, even in turbulent times. You've worked too hard to leave your retirement to chance. Right now, there are options to receive up to 30% upfront or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't wait. Call Trajan today at 256-208-9000. That's 256-208-9000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Any examples provided are hypothetical. Annuities are issued with prospectus and sales brochures and should be reviewed carefully before funding as features and benefits vary. DBA in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming.
At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Buying that perfect home is one of the most important financial decisions you'll ever make. So it's crucial that you have the right partner to help you through the process. Hi, I'm Stuart Evans, mortgage loan officer for Bryant Bank, and I'm here to tell you that we are that partner. We offer a variety of mortgage products to fit your unique home buying situation in a changing rate environment. That kind of hassle-free approach might not be what you'd expect from a bank, but it's exactly what you can expect from us. Give me a call today or visit me at our downtown Huntsville office and let me show you what banking beyond expectation is all about.
Bryant Bank Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 2428943, member FDIC.
You've seen those beautiful epoxy floors in a garage or carport area and have probably wondered, how can I get that done? Well, the answer is Lifetime Epoxy Floors. Lifetime Epoxy Floors is an A-plus rated business with the Better Business Bureau and has been family-owned for over 14 years. They do both residential and commercial applications and get most jobs done in a day. Lifetime Epoxy Floors' motto is, we love what we do, and it shows. Visit LifetimeEpoxyFloors.com to schedule a free estimate today and check them out on Facebook.
Listen to the Rocket City Trash Pandas all season long.
Next pitch is drilled. Deep to left field. Back goes Edsel. And the wall is out of here. A home run. Like a tomato, ketchup squished it.
Trash Panda Baseball is only on Talk Radio WZZN.
Oh. It's a Thursday morning, and we are live from Metro Diner. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Tyson. Steve Moulton sitting in for one Drew DeArmond here on a Thursday morning. 256-576-4977. You can join us here if you would like. Yesterday, Auburn and Alabama fans got a little bit of a glimpse of their football schedule kickoff times.
A lot of flexing.
Yeah, for those that were not paying attention yesterday, the Florida State game will kick off at 2:30 on ABC, and then the Louisiana Monroe game, 6:45 for Alabama fans on the SEC network. Now the Wisconsin game on September 13th.
Big noon kickoff, right?
Well, no, because it'll be in Tuscaloosa, so it's 11 a.m. game, but it's either on ABC or ESPN. And I am sure some Alabama fans will be disappointed in having an 11 a.m. game for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
If it's a game like that, last year they wanted it in the evening, Alabama fans. This year you would have hoped, I guess, that one would have been in the evening, but it's an 11 a.m. kick. Now, the Georgia game is a 6:30 kick on ABC.
There it is.
But then you get the word flex for the Vanderbilt game. That's interesting.
That one did kind of catch me off guard a little bit. They are actually putting flex
for
next
Vanderbilt.
To the Vanderbilt
yes,
game.
Yes. Now, the Missouri game is an 11 a.m. game at Missouri on October 11th. That one is an 11 a.m. game. But then
careful,
you get flex. LSU's at night.
No.
Then you get flex. And then you get an Eastern Illinois game at 1. And then you get a flex for Auburn.
That's right.
So get ready for those. And here's the thing. We laugh at the flex portion, but for how many years?
Oh, we didn't
know.
The
back half of the season, we still didn't know kickoff times. They would just put TBA.
Yeah.
All they've done.
CBS just held,
Yes, all they've done now is just replaced TBA with flex.
That's right.
That's it.
But at least it's either going to be a 2:30 or a 6:30. So, I mean, there is, you can plan accordingly.
So for those Alabama games that you were wondering about, like you have the flex and all those games, there is a couple windows that they can be put into. It's not as either 2:30, 6:30 or whatever. There is a window. So for the Auburn game, it's either going to be 2:30 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
For the Oklahoma game, it's either 2:30 or 7. For the South Carolina game, it's either 2:30 or 7. The Tennessee game is either going to be 2:30 or 7 o'clock. So those are, yes, they're flex, but you got just a little bit of a window there.
Still not a fan of Auburn playing on a Friday right out of the gate against Baylor. But, I mean, Fridays to me just need to be high school football.
But keep in mind, that is that first weekend where college football goes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You get your whole feel of college football. Their SEC opener at Oklahoma did receive a flex one. The Deep South oldest rivalry with Georgia is going to be at night. And then the road game at Arkansas is going to kick off early at 11 a.m. The away game at Vanderbilt will be an afternoon start. It's going to be a 2:30 start there. The Mercer game is going to be a 1 o'clock start. So remember last year, Auburn had a lot of early starts.
They did.
And this year they have a few late starts. Ball State's going to be a 6:30 kick. Homecoming versus South Alabama is going to be an 11:45 kick. Baylor game is going to be, as you mentioned, a 7 o'clock on the 29th. That is an interesting game, though, because we talked a lot about the Alabama-Florida State game and just how of an interstate interchange that one can be, because yesterday we talked, I tell you what, at 7:28. We're going to table all of that discussion because we need to get a break in, because Charlie Plott's on the other end of the break. We got to talk U.S. Open golf, but there is some college football conversation we do need to get into. Let's get a break in. When we come back, we're going to talk open golf with Charlie Plott coming up next.
You're listening to Talkin Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Your Fox 54 weather brought to you by Tellini's Italiano.
Temperatures drop into the lower 70s as we head into the overnight. Small opportunity for some rain. Scattered showers and thunderstorms more likely through Friday afternoon. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s, dropping into the lower 70s as we head into the overnight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms once again on Saturday, and again, temperatures climb into the mid 80s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Your Fox 54 weather only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. The following liner is courtesy of Frank Caliendo. Check out Frank online at frankcaliendo.com.
Listen to the drive with Wes Neighbors. I mean, Wes played at Alabama and he worked on the sled. I mean, it all comes down to the sled. I mean, I love the sled. Wes knows what I'm talking about. But as for Steve, I mean, Steve, he's one of those guys. The only sled he knows about was the one on Snowy Hill. Boom.
At the Huntsville Sports Commission, we do sports. The Rocket City is your destination for world-class sports in North Alabama. The Huntsville Sports Commission brings elite tournaments, championships, and other exciting athletic events to our city. From youth leagues to national championships, we're driving tourism, boosting local business, and building a stronger, more active community. When you team up with us, we'll worry about the details so you don't have to. We do sports.
Are you tired of power outages disrupting your life? It's time for a Generac standby generator from Current Electrical. Storms may rage outside, but inside your family's powered up. So why choose Current Electrical for your generator needs? 1, we offer a wide range of models to suit every budgeted energy requirement. 2, our project managers handle every step of the process: power, gas, permitting, and inspections. 3, our certified technicians install your generator with precision, ensuring peace of mind. Don't wait for the next blackout. Call 256-880-1880 or visit us online at jetsuperstore.com.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at Your Home Window Company. When it comes to replacement windows, exterior doors, or new window screens, Your Home Window is the answer anywhere in Huntsville, Athens, Decatur, or Hartselle. Your Home Window windows and doors are made here in the USA and come with a lifetime warranty. When replacing those old windows or doors, Your Home Window has the solution for you. In-home estimates are always free and financing is available. Learn more at yourhomewindow.com and see clearly with Your Home Window. Visit yourhomewindow.com to make an appointment today. Tom Abraham here for Valley Equipment Rental. You know, if you're a contractor installing fences, you need Valley Equipment Rental for augers of all sizes. And if you need a forklift to get those shingles up high on a roof, Valley Equipment has 10K lifts that reach to 56 feet. Valley also has tow-behind lifts that have a working height of 35 to 55 feet as well for power washing those two-story homes or doing whatever else you need to do. Lifts, forklifts, tow-behind lifts, 35 feet and up. They have your lift at Valley Equipment Rental. 2 locations, North and South Parkway. Valley Equipment Rental.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
The Tom Abraham Show. Weekdays beginning at noon on 97.7 ESPN The Zone and WCZN TV.
All right, 7:32 on a Thursday morning. Welcome back in. Yep. You don't got to get up too early in the morning, but it is summer vacation for those that are in school, so you might have to get up a little early, but it's Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN, The Zone. Scott Theisen, Steve Moulton, we're live from one of our favorite places. If I just tell you the bacon is cooking, the sausage is sizzling, the omelets, the pancakes are going, you know it's Metro Diner along Highway 72 in Madison. Tobias cooking it all up today. Jonathan not here today, but don't fret.
If this was scratch and sniff, that I'm telling you.
I'll tell you, I do not drink coffee, but when they put that coffee in there and they get it brewing and it's percolating and it's coming out, oh my goodness, with the bacon,
I'm telling you,
takes you back. It takes you back to your grandmother's house in the mornings, like when you would stay there overnight and you'd wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning because she'd be making breakfast already. And it would be pancakes and eggs and bacon and coffee. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That's what it's like here at Metro Diner along Highway 72 in Madison. But anyway, the U.S. Open Golf Tournament ongoing. In fact, they are on the course right now. And 2 under, J.J. Spawn leading the way, followed by Eric Cole at 1 under. Those are your leaders right now. A lot of guys at 1 under, several even. And you go all the way down. Jose Luis Ballester, 3 over. Evan Beck, 3 over. There's some guys that are trending the wrong way, but you never know. They could still be in it. Time for us to go out to the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline for the very first time this morning and bring in our golf analyst from Plott Performance, our very, very good friend, Charles Plott, kind enough to join us here on a Thursday morning. Morning, Charles.
How are you?
Heck, I'm on Metro Diner on a Thursday morning.
We're fantastic.
I'm doing good.
We're fantastic.
Good.
Hey, Scott, do you and I have the same grandmother? That's my memory. 3 o'clock in the morning, bacon cooking, you wake up, and then my grandfather would send me down to the farm to do something to bush hog or count the cows or something like that. I wish my kids had a farm experience like I did growing up.
Yeah, now, I want to say, at 3 a.m., it was more like 5 for us, but okay. We would go to the lake house. We would go to the lake, and my grandparents had a lake house, or they lived out in a lake area, and by 5, but she probably would. Grandmother probably would have been up by 3 and having the coffee, but that's how you woke up. There was no alarm clock. Nobody told you to get out of bed. When you smelled the bacon and the coffee, you knew you better be up because breakfast was going to be served, and you better be at the table when breakfast was served.
So my experience with my grandparents was a house. It was a farm in Statesville, North Carolina that had no air conditioning. So you had to get stuff done early. It was a brick house. But, yeah, you would wake up, at least I would wake up to the smell of biscuits being made.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
And you knew you better be at the breakfast table because if you weren't, you're not getting anything. It wasn't like they would just set it aside and leave it there for you to eat whenever you wanted to. You ate when it was served, and if you weren't there, you weren't eating. But anyway.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
Well, they teed off this morning at 5:50 our time. Did you all catch the story about the guy hitting the first ball
No.
this morning?
No, he's a Philadelphia native, right?
Well, and he caddied at this golf course, and he's now a dentist, and he qualified. He was one of the 5,000 people that attempted to qualify for this tournament. So he's a former caddy, now a dentist, and I guess still a really, really good golfer. But there's all sorts of little interesting stories when you go, you get into these majors. Oakmont's held more U.S. Opens than any other course, and the guy who designed it, that is the only course he ever designed.
Wow.
So you get all these people that, they design hundreds of golf courses. This is a fellow, he designed one course, and according to the people who've played there, I've never played there, it's just unbelievable. One of the things for people to watch for this week are the side slopes on the fairways. You can hit a ball right down the middle of the fairway, and it may roll all the way off into the rough, which is, I'm sure a lot of the people listening have seen things posted on Twitter and stuff like that of great golfers trying to pitch the ball 10 yards onto the green, and, it moves like 2 feet. So it's going to be an interesting golf tournament. It's going to be a battle of, will a short hitter win on this course, which has been the case numerous times because finding the fairway is so important, or will it be somebody who bombs it, and when they miss really big out where the gallery is and the rough is trampled down. So hang on and watch for the long versus short. JJ Spawn is not a long hitter, but a very straight hitter. And then right below that, obviously, you got McIlroy, who's known to be long and straight when he's on. So it'll be an interesting event this week.
Well, Charlie, that's been one of the biggest conversations this week is protecting the game of golf, and the PGA, the US, everybody is in this thing of you've got guys just cranking it up 340, 400, and they're getting par fours in one. I mean, they're trying to protect the game of golf. This week, is this going to take it back? Is this going to protect that, that conversation where the scores are not going to be 15 under, 10 under? You may be even par. You may be 3 under par winning this whole thing. Is this going to bring that conversation back a little bit?
So I believe the last time they had the Open there was maybe 2016 or 17, and the average driving distance on the PGA Tour was 288 yards. The average driving distance on tour is now almost 301 yards. So, yes, this is what you can do. Some of these fairways are going to be a little more generous than a few U.S. Opens because of the slope on them, but they're still not going to be but about 25 yards wide, which just 25, 28, you'll see some that are 30. They're really, really narrow. And then they just had a bunch of rain this year, and the grass has grown like crazy. In the fescue in the rough is just growing like crazy. So it's going to be really punitive. I was listening to a golfer last night who has his own show, and he's playing in the tournament. And he said, if they get rain, you might see 1 or 2 under par. If they don't get any rain, it's going to be over par. So it's going to be a bloodbath as far as you miss it. And the problem may be finding the ball. I was listening to a guy commentate on watching some practice rounds, and this fellow went for one of the par 5s and 2 and just missed the green, just right of a bunker. everybody knew where it was. 5 minutes later, 10 people looking for it never found the golf ball. So that in the rules of golf, you've got to go back and hit from where you previously hit and count that stroke. And so you could have people suffering consequences by just missing the fairway by 2 or 3 yards, and nobody can find the golf ball. It's nuts. It is a hard test of golf, and it will be mental challenge, which is what we work with at Plott Performance. The mental challenge of staying patient and being really conservative where you've got to be conservative, and then capitalizing when you do get a few opportunities.
Charlie, do you like that for the game of golf? Because I kind of waffle on it a little bit. I mean, I like seeing these elite level players play at an elite level, but I know the PGA's goal is for a number to have a plus next to it. But do you like that? Do you like this? Do you like watching guys go through this agonizing ordeal year after year?
Once a year, yes. I can tolerate it once a year, and it's going to reward somebody who is really, really precise and really misses balls in places. I saw one of the players earlier this morning come dribbling up to the green, and it made it into the bunker. And the sigh of relief on the guy's face, the fact that it went in a bunker. You think of us and we're going, don't go in the sand, and it's so bad there and so punitive. He's begging for the bunker because then he knows he can get it out. And so it is kind of fun once a year. And in a way, it identifies a true champion golfer. I like somebody like Matt Fitzpatrick, not a great hitter, not a long hitter, really meticulous, and he may survive just by keeping the ball in play. I believe a guy named John Mahaffey won this years ago, and John couldn't hit the ball 250 yards off the tee, but he dead straight. Another thing to watch this week, there's a 300-yard par 3 and a 330-yard par 4. So the debate yesterday was, I can't get a 3-wood to the par 3, but a driver's too much. So what am I going to do? And then, then you're going to have a par 4 you can drive. I think a 300-yard par 3 is kind of ridiculous. That's just, I don't get the point behind that. That's where par, I'm not sure, is really a valid number. It's whatever, whoever shoots the lowest score, crown them the champion and not worry about what the par number is. But there's going to be a lot of interest. A few golf fans out there are going to notice there are no more trees at this golf course.
Yeah, they took them out.
They took them out.
Took out the trees.
And the trees provided a benefit, according to some of the players that have played there before, because the grass, if you hit it so bad to get in the trees, at least you could put your club on the ball.
Yeah.
Because the grass was thin underneath the trees.
Matt Fitzpatrick has gone birdie, double bogey, par right out of the gate.
Yeah, there's 60 golfers on the course right now, and only 9 of them are below par.
Yeah, it won't be that many by the end of the day, probably.
It's Rory McIlroy is 2 under right now, but and Charles, I mentioned this. If you start on the back 9, I think those that start on the back 9 have a better chance of scoring than the ones that start right out of the gates on hole number 1. Not that it's going to be any easier. Not that your scores are going to be any lower, but I think you have a better chance of getting a birdie on 9, getting a birdie on 10 than you do versus 1 and 2.
Well, I think that you start looking at that, and I have this discussion with clients all the time that a front nine may be harder than the back nine. Oh, I'm going to go off number 10 today. And they feel better about when it comes to the challenging part of the course, that they understand what their game is that day. You know, my miss is a little left today. For me, that is a big left or a big right. But you understand where you're hitting the ball, and you can manage a little better when you're starting and the holes are really challenging. You're still kind of searching for your game, and you can get kind of, you know, what Matt's got going on, maybe even worse, because you maybe hit a good shot and then you hit a bad shot. It is all about how good is your bat. And that's what's in play this week. How good are my bad shots? And if your bad shots can not cost you something significant, bogeys are going to be everywhere. It's the doubles and triples that will kill people. You just can't make up shots on this golf course. So you can play yourself out of it in one round.
To Scott's point, though, Charlie, I mean, the leaderboard right out of the gate, your tops on the leaderboard have all started on the back nine. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your top 6 on the leaderboard right out of the gate have all started on the back nine.
Yeah, I'm not sitting here looking at that, but you will find those tendencies with golf courses. And this one isn't exceptionally easy coming in, but the routing is exactly like the guy created it so long ago, more than 100 years ago.
Yeah.
It's how he designed it. So I know the first hole has a large drop, and some people probably saw the guy putt it from 122 yards away.
I saw that. Yeah. That was great.
And it ended up like 5 feet, you know, and one of the players, he goes, good read. You know,
good read.
Good read. So it'll be fun, and I'm gonna have my kids around this weekend, and we'll be watching.
Well, not only is Plott Performance busy with golfers this season, we'd be remiss, Charles, if we didn't ask you, how are you and our good friend Chaney Johnson getting ready for his professional basketball career?
Well, we are meeting and talking about that. So there's a fella named Chris Thomas who trains Chaney, also my daughter Ashlyn. They have a whole group of folks, really talented folks, and Chaney is pumped up. He has made trips to numerous NBA teams. He was not invited to the combine, and he's been going to some really, really great places, and I think there's a chance he could get drafted. That would just be so exciting. He's a unique talent, and you all know this. Started out being recruited as a guard, and now he is 6'7", 6'8", and 235-40 pounds. That's quite a transition to grow that much in college.
All right, well, let everybody know how they can get a hold of Plott Performance, that mental side of the game.
Yeah, we've had a lot of success lately. I'm getting ready to work with a kid who finished second in the state am in golf. We had a winner this week. We had a kid shoot a career best 66 in a tournament this week. So lots of exciting things. We're on Twitter at Plott Performance, or you can call and text me. I've got new clients as of last night, and they sent me a text, 256-509-2636, and I'll reply right back.
All right, John. Thanks so much for the time this morning, and
thank you, Charles.
Enjoy the golf, buddy.
I will. You too.
All right. Always good to hear from him. Always good. Let's get that break in. Wrap up hour one next.
You're listening to Talkin Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Tom Luganville here for my friends at Woody Anderson Ford. Bobby White and his team take great pride in their service department, and you can see it the moment you walk into those beautiful new service lanes. And just like a championship team, they all work together to make sure your experience is second to none, whether you drive a Ford or not. Also, check out the gold certified pre-owned inventory at Woody Anderson Ford for great deals every day. Stop by and see them at Jordan and Sparkman or at Woody Anderson of Madison on Hughes Road, or visit WoodyAndersonFord.com.
There's power in caring when it is put into action. Each year, our bankers serve on nonprofit boards, support our local educators, and volunteer with our hometown food bank. I'm Bobby Humphrey, Vice President of Business Development for Bryan Bank, and community service is just not a line item in our mission statement. It's who we are. Because after all, Alabama is our home too. That kind of commitment to community might not be what you would expect from a bank, but it's exactly what you can expect from us. Give us a call or stop by one of our 2 offices in the Huntsville area and experience unbeatable service and legendary results.
Bryan Bank Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 2428943, member FDIC.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve. And we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
It just works. Picture this. You're at home doing whatever it is you do. Then the power goes out. Then what? Well, at my house, life goes on. We have a Generac automatic home standby generator from Current Electrical and Generator Services. For your home security and peace of mind, get a free personal consultation on how a Generac automatic home standby generator can protect you. Current Electrical and Generator Services. Call or visit us on the web at HuntsvilleGenerators.com. You've got the power.
This segment of Talkin Ball is brought to you by University Kia, the #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama. Located online at universitykia.com.
Just about done with hour one. We're live here at Metro Diner along Highway 72 in Madison. When we first started doing this, they opened at 8 a.m. And so they would just be getting ready to open, but they since have changed their hours. They now open at 7 a.m. So they open right when we start the show. And that just makes the smell of breakfast even more permeable throughout the whole entire show.
I'm barely making it through 1 hour, but I'm telling you, I'm not sure if I can go the full next hour.
Well, I will go the full next hour. I'll lead at 9. But it just makes you just makes you hungry.
I'm hungry. I am genuinely hungry right now.
Now, we talked about Jonathan, our good friend Jonathan Gorey. He's the managing partner here. He runs this one and does a fantastic job. Takes a lot of pride in everything that he does. He's not here today. And normally he is cooking and he will call us from the line. He will call us while he is cooking breakfast for everybody.
That. Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. And so he's not here with us today. So Tobias is in charge today. Tobias is on the grill, and the food is going to be just as spectacular. But he's going to join us at 8:30 because we got to find out about this cookie butter griddle because it sounds fantastic, but it also sounds like it could put you in a coma.
Yeah,
or
Drew
you could tingle. You could tingle a little bit.
Well, we all have a scale here at the radio station. It starts with the Super Bowl sugar cookie.
Yes. Yeah. So Joel Klatt, he has a new scale for like pressure, and it's not hot, cold, or anything like that. And yesterday we talked about it because Joel Klatt said the pressure for Alabama is kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
And I forget how he described it, but it was pretty cool how he described it. And it's what it's like for us now on the scale of sugar. When we say you're going to tingle, that means it's over the top. If you tingle when you eat something, that means it's diabetic coma type of thing. Like it's that. Yes, I have a feeling the cookie butter griddle is going to put you over the top.
But then come on down to the big Kahuna burger. Come on now.
Yes.
Baby back ribs.
But they also have your mimosas you can get on the weekend. They've got the traditional cheese fries, the boneless wings, the onion rings, the soups, the desserts, the chocolate cake, the bread pudding, the baby back ribs.
I'm hungry.
Yep. Hour 2 next.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Scotty Scheffler, the plus 275 favorite to win the 125th edition of the U.S. Open, played this week at the Oakmont Country Club outside of Pittsburgh. Rory McIlroy plus 850, Bryson DeChambeau 9-1, Jon Rahm 12-1, Xander Schauffele 20-1. McIlroy's odds are shorter to miss the cut at plus 195. He missed the cut last week at the RBC Canadian Open with a 9-over, missed the cut at Oakmont at the 2016 U.S. Open, and admitted to recently shooting an 81 during a practice round at Oakmont. He's plus 195 to miss the cut. Braves with the day off today. They host the Rockies tomorrow at Truist Park. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
WCZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
This hour brought to you by SportsMed Orthopedic and Spine Center. Online at sportsmedalabama.com. Welcome to Talkin Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Call into the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline now, 256-576-4977. That's 256-576-4977. Now, here's Scott and Drew.
And welcome back. Talking Ball, 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Scott Theisen, Drew DeArmond. Welcome back in. Drew's not here. Steve Moulton, kind enough to spend 2 hours with us this morning, but it was the smell of bacon and pancakes that enticed him to join us.
Well, somebody's got to go to Auburn today, and it is Drew DeArmond.
That is. Look.
I
So
underline that right now.
So here's the thing:
Yeah.
we sit in a meeting during football season.
Yep.
And it's okay. Who wants to go down to the Iron Bowl? Now the Iron Bowl is in Auburn this year.
It is.
So it's who wants to go down to who wants to go to the Iron Bowl at Auburn and cover it and do some things for the station, grab some interviews and represent the station. Drew goes to the Alabama games. We look at Drew first, and he's like,
I ain't going.
I ain't going. But Huntsville High plays a team camp down
he's
there at
going to
Auburn.
Auburn.
And he's there on the bus missing the show, not eating pancakes and bacon.
Same deal at Tennessee. There's been a handful of times I have gone to Rocky Top.
Yes.
And Drew looks at me and says, no. I can't say exactly what he's going to say.
Nope. Yeah.
Well,
if you watch if you've listened to this show, you know exactly what he's going to say. But anyway,
somebody's got to go to Auburn.
That's
today.
right.
And it's
That's
Judy
right.
Armand.
That's right. We now bring in our next guest on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, the one, the only, from the City of Champions, from the game 99.1.
100.9 now.
Oh, 100.9.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Now.
Well, look.
Tied 100.9.
Look, so this is the content that Drew puts me.
Okay.
And he sends me. So I went by that. I do up my sincere apologies. He did move 30 minutes for us, so that's good. But Ryan Fowler, kind enough to join us this morning. Morning, Ryan.
Good morning. Good morning. And to be fair to Scott, we've moved all over the frequency. I mean, we've been 99.1. We have been 102.9, and then we've had a chance a couple of years ago, and I know this probably didn't mean anything to Huntsville, but we moved to 1230 WTBC, and that is the historic AM station in Tuscaloosa. Now we're on an FM transmitter, so we're on 100.9, but we had a chance to kind of soak those Tuscaloosa heritage call letters up, and we did a few years ago. And that station, to give you a little history, that's Burt Banks' station, who started Crimson Tide Sports Network. Him and Coach Bryant launched the radio first broadcast of Alabama Crimson Tide football on 1230. So kind of unique. But so
Drew still has you in Drew's contact. That's a Drew contact. He still has you as 99.1.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I will say this. Drew and I share contacts from time to time. He's much more organized than I am.
No, he is.
Because I see that. But now, hold on. Did I hear you guys say that he was in Auburn?
Yes. Yes. So
he is on
we were giving him a hard time because he will not go to the Iron Bowl. He will not cover the Iron Bowl for us because it's in Auburn. But Huntsville High basketball has a team camp down at Auburn, and he is missing a breakfast show, free breakfast show this morning. Yes,
I mean,
come on. Talking to you.
Man, listen, I walked out in 2016. We had to park the other side of Toomer's Corner, and we had to walk through it to get to Jordan, Jordan, Jordan Hare Stadium. And I walked over there to it, and Alabama, that was the day that Jalen Hurts could not hit the blind side of a barn. I mean, I want to say it was 2016. It could have been 2017. I walked out of that game, and I had to walk through Toomer's Corner back to my parking spot. And I looked at the three guys, the media guys that I was with, and I said, you guys may come back down here, but you will not catch me dead here. Okay, I'm done. It was that atmosphere. It was people throwing toilet paper. Listen, it's a great environment for college football, but it's just not my cup of tea. Drew, I wish you nothing but the best, my friend. I wish you nothing but the best.
Well, look, less than a month from now, we're all going to be together. We're going to be in Atlanta, and
we will.
If it's anything like the spring meetings, it's going to be an interesting week. I am sure one of the conversations, and it's a conversation that is ongoing right now, is how will each school, Alabama in particular, how will they handle the House settlement How will the university deal with the funds, disperse the funds? How will the conference handle all of this? I am sure now that the judge has signed off on it, I am sure that is going to be not only a conversation for now, it's going to be a conversation a month from now when we're in Atlanta.
You know, and I think the number one conversation, in talking with Greg Byrne, I tried to squeeze it out of him yesterday, is who's going to enforce the rules. And he came up and he talked about the oversight committee. And, you know, we got a committee for everything in college football. So now we have a new committee that's going to, you know, process these NIL payments that are over $600. But, you know, I kind of use it to a speed limit. If what's the road there? I believe it's 765 there in Huntsville, coming off the interstate. 565. If we say today that we're going to cut that speed limit down to 55, because I know, listen, you get off that road and people run over you. I mean, because they go crazy with speed. And if we cut that road down to 55, but then I also follow it up and I tell you guys, you know, my state troopers, my city police officers, my deputies, they're not going to be able to monitor that road. Are we really going to do that? Because I don't believe in the enforcement part of it. I do think that this is the first step in the parameters of setting up the world of college athletics. I think we do need some governing body. I just don't know if this is going to be. I'm optimistic, and I believe in college football. But I also believe that coaches will find a way to work around this. That they will find a way. I mean, if they've got to come up with some kind of fabricated booster to say, you know, Joe's hot dog stand just paid this guy $100,000 to endorse hot dogs, you know, from a guy that makes $20 out on the sidewalk. You know, Texas will find a way. They will. I mean, they will throw out money and they'll create. So my biggest question is about the enforcement side of it. I have a lot of questions. You know, we can create rules, but are we going to enforce those rules? Because we haven't enforced them in college football in the last couple of years. That's one of the reasons why we're in the situation we're in. So I enjoyed the conversation with Greg Byrne. I thought it was great, but I'm hesitant to believe that the rule enforcement side is really going to be an effective measure in college athletics.
So one thing that really does intrigue me, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this as well, if there was one unifying topic among the football coaches down in Destin, it was about the portal period of every single coach wants to reduce it from 2 to 1. So now after reading as much as I can on Judge Wilkins' result, and listen, I know there's other lawsuits involving the NCAA. I think there's a total of 3 of them that are slated to go to court this fall. But that being said, when you take a look at the ruling, now that the fact that these universities can pay these players, we're talking about contracts. And for the longest time, what have we done, Ryan? We have talked about what's the buyout in these contracts. So I am of the opinion, and I've listened, Jay Billis in particular spoke about it earlier in the week, of the buyouts inside the contracts could be an intriguing way to maybe curtail this portal period that we have been in and been under over the last handful of years surrounding college football. And the fact that we could be heading down this path really intrigues me, Ryan. How about you?
You know, I do like the buyout, and I like the, hey, if you're late for meetings, if you don't work out, if you miss practice, if you miss class, you know, I'm not saying fine $10,000, but, you know, that's a way that you can, you know, get some monetary, you know, leverage there for some of those players to do the right things. And you can still dangle that carrot out there and let them chase that to the National Football League. I do, you know, is those contracts, because the lawsuits are going to, you know, when I heard Nick Saban say this, I went, man, he knows something I don't. And it was about 2 years ago. He said it on a live radio show, and I want to say it was ESPN Radio. Heck, it may have been Pat McAfee. But he said, what's the biggest threat to college athletics? And he said the lawsuits. If we don't get the lawsuits settled, it's going to bankrupt college football. And I wonder every time we put up a rule, it's like there's some crony little attorney that's going to go out. I mean, listen, I see some of these NIL guys. I mean, let me tell you what an NIL agent is. Most of them, not all of them, most of them that you see out here on social networks, they're not good enough to be in the National Football League. There's not enough money in the college NIL world. When you look at the percentages, there's not enough money to make unless you're one of those shady guys. I mean, and so you see these guys. I see them on social networks trying to create drama in the world of college football to kind of drum up interest. And then I also see it from some of our fellow media people too. I mean, there's some people in our business that literally hate college football. Stuart Mandel. I mean, you couldn't convince me if you laid him on a polygraph machine and said, "Do you like the sports you cover?" He hates it. Read his tweets. Read his article. I mean, it's like he hates the world that he lives in. And I don't know what he really wanted to do in life, but I don't find it. He thinks this job is enjoyable, as you and I and many others. So I think the lawsuits is really what grabs me because, we're going to have Title IX lawsuits. And I don't know where you guys stand.
We already have it.
Yeah, but I also look back and it's not just Title IX.
Yeah.
Guys, Scott, you are an advocate for swimming and diving. You participate. You do all these things to promote that sport. But I don't think you and I would have a debate that swimming and diving really doesn't bring in a lot of money for a university.
And to your point on that, my son, and he's scared, and he's a Division II. He runs on the Division II level. He runs out in Western Oregon. He is scared right now because the SEC started putting caps on roster limits for track and field. And he's scared because if a lot of other schools do this, a lot of other conferences do this, there's going to be a lot of kids that don't have spots on certain rosters, on certain sports. Well, they're going to have to find homes.
Yeah.
And they're going to find homes on the Division II level. They're going to find homes on the Division III level. They're going to find other spots. Well, that's a trickle-down theory. So that means there's guys in the Division II level that won't have a home because there's Division I guys that are going to take the Division II guys' spots. Division II guys are going to take the Division III guys, and it's going to work their way down. He only has one more year left. I told him, don't be worried. You're fine. This is a 5-year down the road thing where you're going to have sports that are going to have roster limits. And the shiny thing about all this is, Ryan, schools are saying, yes, we're going to give full rides to all sports. All athletes are going to get full rides. But I think the problem is those sports are going to end up being far less individuals. You're going to trim those rosters down. So, yes, everyone's going to get a full ride. But instead of having 30 or 35 kids on your track program or your 50 kids on your swim program, you're going to have 30 and you're going to have 25. It's going to be less kids being able to participate.
Yeah, but it's but I like to I know Title IX is a catchword, and it's truly there's some authenticity there when we talk about federal funding and treating the ladies right with scholarships. But I don't think it applies when you look at and I think the reason why it doesn't apply is because there's an executive order in place. Biden put an order in 3 days before he left office that they were going to divide that proportionally. And when I first read it, I was like, this will never stand. This will never stand because athletic departments will be starting to cut sports. They'll trim sports down. Okay, well, you can't make me divide it proportionally if we just trim them out. And then Donald Trump, within 2 weeks in office, he reversed that. And they will never give him credit. But the day that he reversed that, he saved women's sports in college athletics. He saved a lot of women's sports, but he'll never get credit.
Right.
Either way.
And you look at you mentioned Title IX and what? There's six women athletes, couple former ones, couple current ones that did put a lawsuit out there against the current House settlement saying that the money distributed is way more in favor of the men's side than the women's side.
Yeah.
And I mean, you mentioned Title IX. We've already got one. I mean, there's already one there out there right now.
And if nobody's willing to say it, I'm willing to say it. It's the WNBA to the NBA. At some point you have to. I'm all about equal pay. If I'm a brain surgeon and I'm a brain surgeon regardless of my gender, okay, I get that. If I'm a professor of psychology and I'm a female, I'm a male, I should, if I've got the same CD, then yes. But we're talking about a generating a sport. I mean, it's not even close. I mean, and that's nothing against the women's sports. It's the men's sports too. There's sports that do not make revenue. You can't divide it. I mean, at some point, this fair market value that everybody keeps talking about, a quarterback is worth more than a softball pitcher. I'm sorry. I mean, it's what it is. A point guard of the WNBA makes less than what a point guard in the National Basketball Association, the NBA. This is not. We're going to in the lawsuits. I can sue you. Now it's going to get thrown out of court very, very quick. But I mean, I can sue you for talking to me right now. I mean, I can go and file a lawsuit, and I just don't think we have to get scared of these. They are going to work their way out. But I also think that they'll find a liberal judge. I mean, that's what they did in Oakland, California with Claudia Wilkin. I mean, they found it in the most liberal district in the entire country. That's why this lawsuit was filed out in Oakland, California with a house. The swimmer that decided to take it up. I forget his first name, but his last name was House. So, but to take this lawsuit, I just don't know, if these Title IX fair market value, because it's what you bring in. If your employer looks at Steve and says, well, Steve brings in more because he's the program director than the guy that hosts the radio show, that's just identifying a skill set that Steve has, and the difference between a guy that has it but may not be in that role. That's the way real life works. I mean, I don't make more than the general manager at our radio station. I don't. But it seems like sports, we're immune to these general basic topics that most other people, we think, what's just common sense? Common sense. Well, in the world of college athletics, and I think the people that are in the sport, I mentioned a couple of others, Stuart Mandel a couple of minutes ago. I think they're the ones who stoke these flames a little bit. I mean, I look at their tweets, I look at their social network posts, I look at their articles, and they're the ones who are stoking these fires to try to create this unnecessary drama, to try to create some kind of division in the world of college athletics.
But so let's actually get to the Alabama football team. And in particular, is there anything you gleaned from this spring from Alabama that maybe a question that was answered, in your opinion, Ryan?
Well, I think Isaiah Horton, I think, is one of the areas that I want to see, really take that next step. Can he be the opposite wide receiver from Ryan Williams? I think Mincy, when you look at the safety, because Keon Sapp missed some playing time as far as injuries, when you look at this group of secondary members, I think Dijon Lee came in ready to play, and I think it's going to be very difficult to keep him off the football field. You look at that secondary, to me, it's loaded. And because of all the injuries, you were able to develop some depth behind these guys. Now, I still have some major concerns if they had an injury. Like if they had an injury at left tackle, they're probably in trouble. If they had an injury at right tackle, they might be able to manage it, but I think they would be in trouble. That's where this team, I think in a lot of ways, it's being undervalued because, and I even had a Georgia guy on the other day, Brandon Adams from Dog Nation. He said, I think Alabama's being highly undervalued. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, when you look at this team, the starting guys and even some depth guys on the defense and wide receivers, I think this team has a chance to do some really big damage. Now, I don't think it's a national title or bust. I think that ship has sailed. I don't think that's possible for anybody in the world of college athletics. If there's a school out here that says we're going to win a national title, and if we don't, it's a failure. I know Alabama fans have been conditioned to think that. I don't think it's fair. I think it's playoff is the first barometer, and maybe it's a semifinal game. Maybe you can be one of the 4 teams standing. But this other thing about national title or bust, it's not realistic. To beat that in Alabama fans, good luck, because I have had no progress in Tuscaloosa trying to convince them.
Well, Ryan Fowler, you can hear him each day in the city of champions, as Drew likes to say.
Can I get a quick yes or no on this? More important for this Alabama team to make the playoffs or make the SEC title game?
Man, I think the SEC is doable because I think you can win that. I mean, that can be a barometer. No, I think it's the playoffs. I think it's the playoffs. Well,
I'm of the opinion one kind of equals the other, but just kind of gauging a little bit of the mindset of Alabama fans.
Yeah, no, I'd say it's got to be a playoff. I mean, I think last year should have been a playoff team. And really, some quarterback play, I think, cost them. And, it's kind of funny. I've got Ryan Grubb on this afternoon at 3:00, and we're going to dive into this quarterback play. What does it take to play quarterback into your system? Because we keep hearing this word aggressive. And I've heard from several different people, and matter of fact, DeBoer said it throughout the spring in press conferences, that he does not want a game manager. Now, that's something we're all having to wrap our head around because Nick Saban kind of recruited to that and developed that game manager mentality. Kalen DeBoer, he wants a playmaker. So I'm going to pick Ryan Grubb's brain a little bit more because I think last year, if they had a game manager, they'd have been in the college football playoffs. Instead, they had a playmaker, and they got left out.
All right, Ryan, let them know how they can find you each day.
Tide109.com. Tide109.com.
100.9. Yeah, I messed that up.
What did I say?
No. You said it right.
You said it right.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Tide109.com. And hey, can I go ahead and put my breakfast order in?
Come on.
You bet. The option? Yeah, what's the options here?
Whatever you want. Chicken and waffles, pancakes, omelets, bacon, sausage.
Chicken and waffles.
I'm an omelet guy. But listen, I'm so excited. We're less than a month away. And here's another question I can throw out there. Which 3 players will Kalen DeBoer take to represent his team over the line? Because I'm intrigued with that just as much. You can't carry a quarterback. You're probably not going to carry Ryan Williams, which we would love to see because he's one of the high-profile guys.
Probably
maybe
take a safety.
Lawson. Yeah, probably, maybe.
Safety and Lawson, yeah. Yep.
Hey, I'd love to see a Ryan Williams over there because he's the high-profile player of this. I mean, he's on the cover of all these magazines. So, but will he trust a true sophomore and an 18-year-old
he's only 18.
Kid? He's only 18. We'll say that for the next year. I appreciate you guys. Can't wait to see you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. All right, we've got to get a break in. We're way behind. It's Talking Ball 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You're listening to Talkin Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Where's the best place for sports? What about the best place for wings? If you answered Jefferson's for both, you're right. Jefferson's is also a great place for value. Every Monday, kids eat free with the purchase of an adult meal, and teachers bring your teacher ID, and you eat free every first Tuesday of the month up to $15. And Owens Crossroads, Jefferson's will be opening a new location at 326 Sutton Road very soon. Jefferson's, best place for sports, best place for wings. Hampton Cove, and soon in Owens Crossroads.
This is Steve Moulton for Tellini's Italiano. Tellini's Italiano is located right in front of the Walmart, right off of University, behind the McDonald's. More or less catty corner from Topgolf. It's one of my favorite places to go to, and if you go there, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you need to try the baked spaghetti, add a meatball. Also try the baked ziti with meat sauce, add sausage. You'll thank me. Save room for some pizzas and paninis as well. And don't forget about dessert as well. The best cheesecake I have had here in North Alabama is at Tellini's Italiano. Find out for yourself today That's Tellini's Italiano, right off of University Drive in front of the Walmart. Located online at Tellinis.com. That's TELLINIS.com. Let's get some Tellini's tonight.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
You've seen those beautiful epoxy floors in a garage or carport area and have probably wondered, how can I get that done? Well, the answer is Lifetime Epoxy Floors. Lifetime Epoxy Floors is an A-plus rated business with the Better Business Bureau and has been family-owned for over 14 years. They do both residential and commercial applications and get most jobs done in a day. Lifetime Epoxy Floors' motto is, we love what we do, and it shows. Visit LifetimeEpoxyFloors.com to schedule a free estimate today and check them out on Facebook.
Talkin Ball with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond. Weekday mornings beginning at 7 a.m. only on 97.7 ESPN and the 97.7 ESPN The Zone app.
It's going to get a little warm today here in the Tennessee Valley. 84 degrees, your expected high. 76 right now. There is a chance of rain in the forecast, but not going to be till later tonight. We've got a chance of rain for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Don't know when it's all going to come, but there's a chance of rain for the next 8 days. We're live from Metro Diner along Highway 72 in Madison. Tobias going to join us here in just a second. I tell you what, let's get that break in when we come back. Tobias on the flip side.
You're listening to Talkin Ball on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Your Fox 54 weather brought to you by Tellini's Italiano.
On a partly sunny sky this afternoon, a couple of isolated, widely scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible through the heart of the afternoon, early into the evening. Temperatures climbing into the mid and upper 80s, maintaining a small opportunity for rain as we head into the overnight. Better opportunity for widespread showers and thunderstorms through Friday afternoon. Still going to be warm temperatures in the mid 80s. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Your Fox 54 weather only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where AFS comes in, a groundworks company. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at afsrepair.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Would you call a plumber for a root canal? The same goes for selling your timberland or farm. Choose someone who understands your property and can help you on the front end so you can capitalize on the back end. I am Bo Butler with Southland Realty and Auction. As a guide, I have put many hunters in position to take a shot. It's time for you to take your shot. Let's talk about putting you in position to sell your property. Call me at 256-609-0512. Remember, Bo knows land.
Have you ever turned your back on God? Have you ever absolutely known the right thing to do and just turned around and walked away in disobedience? I know that I have. Aren't we thankful for our great and merciful God who loves us and forgives us and remembers our sin no more? I'm so thankful that his mercies are fresh every day. I need that, and I suspect you do too. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, and if you're looking for a church home, come see us. We're smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, and check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Hi, folks. Bobby White back again for Woody Anderson Ford, inviting you to come test drive any one of our over 100 F-150s. From rock-solid, dependable work trucks to our state-of-the-art Platinum Series, we've got an F-150 for you. Test drive one today, and you'll understand why the F-150 is the best-selling truck in America, going on 48 years in a row. Just as successful offenses and defenses are built on teamwork, Woody Anderson Ford is powered by our people. Our sales and service teams are well trained to save you time and money. And because we want your business again and again, no one will work harder to earn it. Our mobile service teams come to your home or business for oil changes, brake work, tire rotations, and more. And the great thing is you don't pay extra for it. We come to you with mobile service at no extra charge. Proud to be local, family-owned, and at your service for over 62 years. Woody Anderson Ford, Alabama's F-150 Superstore.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
This will turn journalism on its ear.
Watch our stream on WZZN TV on Twitch and YouTube.
But you are the greatest hero in American history.
We are 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Hey, I'm on vacation.
So Trudy Armin's on vacation, sort of.
War Eagle.
He is on his way down to Auburn for basketball team camp, but he would be sitting next to me right now. And this is probably one of our favorite times, is that we get to break down the food here at Metro Diner. And usually Jonathan, if he gets real busy, Jonathan will call us from the line. Epic phone calls every time he does, because you hear the pounding on the griddle and you hear him cooking the bacon, the coffee. He's madman. But Jonathan's not here today. Kind of like Drew. They're all
going to Auburn.
Yes. So Tobias is sitting in with us, but we came out here because we got to know some of these new menu items.
Yeah.
And we know the traditional stuff, the Charleston shrimp and grits. We know that is fantastic, by the way. Yeah. We know you can get the chicken fingers. We know you can get we know you can get all kinds of stuff here. We know the traditional stuff.
Cornerstones.
Yes. But it's the new stuff.
Yeah.
And it's always the griddles that catch our eyes. You've had the pumpkin spice griddle, the banana pudding griddle, but you've got a new one out we've got to know about.
Yeah. So our cookie butter griddle here is basically, we do a cookie butter filling. It tastes like the Teddy Grahams with the butter, pretty much. That's how we get it described to the folks there. And we do the same. We use the liquid filling on top as well as the hard crumbles. So you get all that flavor and color kind of like packed in there. And we're topping that with our cinnamon butter that does come on the cinnamon roll pancakes and some of our other items, and powdered sugar, of course, just for that. Cinch it all together and make it look fancy.
And if you'd rather have pancakes, you can have pancakes as well.
Yeah, we got the
cookie butter pancakes.
Yeah, and we're making bread pudding with it too, so it's infused in all the griddles and desserts.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Well, so the best part about Metro is you can come at noon and get breakfast if you want.
Yeah.
But then at noon you can get lunch, and we've already talked about the new ribs, or not new ribs, but the ribs.
Yeah, they're newer to our menu for sure, and it's one of the main things that we're kind of featuring, one of the newer things we're doing. So we're getting them ourselves, and we basically marinate them for a whole day.
Okay.
We score them before that, and then they come out, they get seasoned, and we're going to slow cook them for about 3 to 4 hours in kind of like a wet oven. Basically, it's called a CVAP, you know what I mean?
Okay.
After that, we'll take them out and cool them, and then they get fried and grilled and topped with our brand new barbecue sauce that we made for it. So it's more of a liquidy barbecue sauce to kind of be able to grill and get that nice sear on the ribs themselves. But
Wow.
Yeah, they've been really popular. They've been going like hotcakes. They dropped the price on them to $20 on the full rack. So then after that, I've been in here prepping them every day. You know what I mean? Because it's still on manager prep. Because on all the new items, we like to kind of oversee and make sure before we pass it off to the prep people that we have it all locked down. So I've been in here making ribs nonstop.
Well, I mean, I'm telling you that it's this is a little bit of torture, honestly, doing a talk show inside here.
Oh, it is. It's rough.
Yeah,
it's rough. So we also have noticed we've got 2 burgers.
Oh yeah.
We've got the Big Kahuna burger, and then you got the Wisconsin burger.
So the Wisconsins have come back from last year. That's we added the cheese curds last year. So the Wisconsins actually come with Swiss cheese Then we do cheese curds and brown gravy on top of all that. The Big Kahuna is the new one this year, and that one's the more of the kind of the showstopper. So basically, we're marinating pineapples, and then we cook them in the oven and grill them. So they got that nice, crispy sear on them before they go on the burger.
Wait a minute. You marinate the pineapple.
Yeah, we're coring the pineapples. I cut them into these slices, these thin, like classic grilled pineapple slices. They get baked in the oven to kind of reduce them down, and then we cool them. And right before we put them on the burger, we're going to basically sear it really good on that grill for you.
Ooh.
Yeah. And we're bringing our pulled pork out of retirement for the Big Kahuna burger.
Okay.
So
how are you not 900 pounds?
I run around a lot. You know what I mean? I always say if I didn't have this job, I would be a few more shirt sizes up. But it's a devil's deal because I eat a lot, but I'm also constantly sprinting.
So we tried to guess what the Wisconsin burger was before all this. So we thought maybe it had some kind of special cheese on it, maybe cooked in maybe some butter. What is the Wisconsin burger?
Yeah, so we're going to take basically half a side of our fried cheese curds. Have you ever had the cheese curds before? They're super delicious. And when they mash those right on top of the Swiss cheese on the actual burger itself, and then you get a little bit of brown gravy right on top of that, and then it just gets all squished together burger bun style, so you can sink your teeth into there. It's an extra napkins burger, but
that is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is fantastic. That sounds fantastic.
Oh yeah, no,
cheese curds on a burger.
I love when we do the burger specials. Burgers are actually some of my favorite foods. So like whenever we get the burger specials, I'm real into it. It's always easier to make lovingly food you love. So. But that's why it's easy to work here because it's a lot of good comfort food and stuff.
Breakfast anytime, lunch and dinner. You guys open at 7.
7 to 8. We got the full menu all day. So if you want a shepherd's pie at 7 in the morning, or if you want an eggs Benedict at like 8 at night, you're good. Roll on in.
Come on now.
Yeah. We're ready. I got the mashed potatoes hot right now. Got the hollandaise hot.
I'm sorry though, but I mean my menu, I am very predictable.
Yeah.
It's the Western omelet, no salsa, extra crispy hash browns, sausage links on the side, and 2 pancakes. That's the order.
Wrong. Yeah,
no, you
really
can't. That's just simple and easy, but yet it's so good.
I think that's one of the best things we execute on here is, people say like, what's your best thing? I'm like, our basic egg plates, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We just execute them so well. So I go to a lot of places in town and I'm like, after working here for so long, it's hard for me to go out and order hash browns. I either have to cook them at work or I'll go cook them at my house. And
the steak and scramble bowl.
Oh yeah,
looks fantastic.
Super staple there. That steak, we do a lot of good work on the steak. So it's another one where we're marinating it for a little while. We like to soak most of our meats like that in a good marinade. It's partially teriyaki. Got some other stuff in there.
I think one of the underrated things, and I get it because I don't want a ton to eat, but I want just the beef tips and gravy with the mashed potatoes.
Got the green beans right there on the side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a nice little package too. What I mean? Like, so.
What are you doing to me? I'm famished. I am so hungry, and we have 20 minutes to go.
We're almost there, though. We're almost there.
I started as a waiter, so I can sell it too. I've been a manager forever. I was at the Huntsville one as a waiter back in like 2018. So, I got some of them salesman skills still.
That's right. There are 2 locations. We don't want to just mention this one. There are 2 locations to Metro Diner. You can come here to the Highway 72 one, or you can go to the one off of Airport Road in Huntsville. Metro Diner, 2 locations. We just love Jonathan and we love you guys here. So that's why we're here when we're here, because you guys have been kind to us. And this is just
Huevos Rancheros.
Oh, they've got everything.
I mean,
they've got everything.
We make those chips here. That one's a big that's a big presentation one too. That one looks almost like a rainbow on the plate right there. It's got a lot of good stuff.
And it's a Metro Diner ketchup too. You guys make the ketchup. They make the ketchup specifically for Metro Diner. The sauces you guys make here.
Oh yeah.
But who can eat? We have to mention it, and Drudy Armand would be mad if I didn't. The strawberry butter. You cannot forget the strawberry butter.
Yeah, that's been a long time staple. Yeah, that's pretty much, people come in here, kids call it ice cream, and they'll ask to just have some strawberry butter. I'm not sure how healthy that is, but, I'm not here to make those decisions for the public, But, yeah, people love it. I have people come in here and ask if they can buy tubs of it, all kinds of stuff. It's
Have you had the strawberry butter yet?
I have not.
Oh my goodness!
I'll get you a side of it out here, man.
You get
I want a couple of strips of bacon, honestly.
All right.
You get some.
I mean,
you get you get a pancake and put some strawberry butter on it, or get the chicken. If you get the chicken and waffles, and then you get the strawberry butter with the chicken and waffles, oh my gosh, you have lived a full day.
Yeah. And it's pretty much a full day's worth of food
in
one meal.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's the thing. I will not eat. I will eat here, but I probably will not eat again until dinner. That's with working out and going everything. I will not need to eat until dinner.
Yeah. That's how I just package mine all in here. My workout. I get my workout running around, get my one meal,
There we go. All right, Tobias from Metro Diner, kind enough to join us. Thank you so much.
For sure. Thank you all for being here.
Yes, yes. All right, bud. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
See, that's good. See, now if you were not hungry before that conversation, you're hungry now.
Traffic is flowing really well out on 72. Just swing on in.
Swing on in.
I'm telling you. Oh.
All right. I tell you what, 8:42. Let's hit the pause button one last time. I know it's a little early, John, but we're going to hit it because when we come back, we'll get back into the sports conversation, your tomorrow's headlines, and some college football conversation to wrap us all up next.
You're listening to Talkin Ball on 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Your Rocket City Trash Pandas are back for 12 games in 13 days at Toyota Field, starting June 10th through the 22nd. The back-to-back homestands contain 5 giveaway nights, 4 post-game fireworks shows, 2 brand-new team identities, and the in-park debut of the number 57 Trash Pandas race car. Get your tickets for the double homestand now at TrashPandasBaseball.com.
Eagle Masonry and Installation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money. Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com. Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
You don't have to go somewhere else just so you can go somewhere new. Plan your next vacation with Huntsville International Airport and Breeze Airways. Enjoy friendly, convenient, nonstop travel to some of the most exciting destinations in the U.S., including the home of 12 world-famous theme parks, Orlando, Florida. With flights starting as low as just $49, Breeze has got you covered with easy, breezy, nonstop flights to Orlando. Make all their dreams come true. Book nonstop to Orlando now at flybreeze.com.
John Abraham here for Bobcat of Huntsville. Right now till the end of June, you can get 0% financing on the world-famous line of Bobcat skid steers, excavators, mowers, and tractors. Need attachments? They got them. And did I mention 0% as in nada? No financing charge for 48 months. It's like free money. Visit the brand new Bobcat of Huntsville in their tremendous new facilities on Highway 20 in Madison, right next to Redstone Harley-Davidson.
SportsMed is the official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. And if the pros trust SportsMed, you can too. SportsMed provides every service you might need for complete orthopedic care, specializing in orthopedic surgery, sports medicine, joint replacement, spine surgery, neurosurgery, and podiatry. And they offer their own brace shop, in-house full-body MRI, physical therapy, walk-in clinic, and so much more. 4 locations and on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
This segment of Talkin Ball is brought to you by University Kia, the #1 volume Kia dealer in the state of Alabama. Located online at universitykia.com. It's time for tomorrow's headlines today with Scott Theisen and Drew DeArmond on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
All right, welcome back in. Your tomorrow's headlines today, wrapping us up here. We've been live from Metro Diner. Let's go out to the phone lines. Steve Moulton sitting in for Drew DeArmond because Drew DeArmond is in Auburn with Huntsville High basketball. And Steeler Mike, welcome in, buddy.
Well, there is late and breaking news. In the words of the late, great Donnie Baker, straight to your face in cursive. McCutcheon, number 3 all-time Pittsburgh Pirates home run, past Roberto Clemente yesterday, and I cannot believe that wasn't the focus of this show today.
Outstanding.
Well, you know what? We had it sitting on the top of the table for tomorrow's headlines today.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about it tomorrow on tomorrow's show, but unfortunately, we've decided to take Friday off again. So,
I mean, we're 13 and a half out of first place, guys. We're on a charge right now. I can't believe the Pirates are not top of the list for you guys over Alabama football. And
hey, it's an arm wrestle between the Braves and the Pirates right now.
I tell you what, though, and Steeler Mike, I do feel for you because several years ago, the Chicago Cubs, when Kerry Wood was in his prime, and they did get to the playoffs with him once, but Mark Pryor and Kerry Wood, the Cubs could not get out of their own way when they had both of them, and you would feel like you wasted starts watching Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor pitch. I feel for you watching Paul Skeens pitch because I feel like every time he's on the mound, you're going to get a heck of a performance, but the Pirates are just going to waste it away.
Hey, guys, it's even worse. There's another guy that's even worse for, and he's a really, really good pitcher. Look at Mitch Keller's numbers and what the team's done for him. He's 1-9, and his ERA is sub-4.
Wow.
And it's just so bad. But they're getting a little better. But I know you guys don't want to talk about this. It's a lie about Drew being in Auburn. He is in Cade Cove, Tennessee with Fulmer right now. They're fighting right. So you guys have a great weekend.
Bike riding. They're enjoying some ice cream on a bike, and they're just enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, just eating up the road.
Yes. I've said from the very beginning, one of the greatest things would be to have Philip Fulmer join the show. And Drew has told me, Drew has said that if Philip Fulmer ever joined the show, he would get up and he would leave. He would not be a part of the interview. He would not do an interview with Philip Fulmer.
I got a contact number if you want to. I can try to set that up.
Should just be like one day, hey, we've got a guest coming on at 7:30. It's going to be it's going to be so and so from whatever. Just tell him a different name. Of course, now he's listening, so now he's going to know the plan.
Yeah.
But you just tell him it's a different name, and then be at 7:30. Oh, guess what? It is Philip Fulmer joining us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline.
Just get up and go.
He says he would just get up and go if Philip Fulmer, Fatimus, a.k.a. Fatimus Maximus.
Someone did tweet out, how would you describe Philip Fulmer in one word? And then I did tag Drew, and he said PG ?
Yeah. Drew did say chicken and waffles with boneless tenders are pretty good here. It's funny that he's talking about chicken. And we're mentioning Phil Fulmer. 256-576-4977. That's the number to the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. You can join us this morning as we're live again from Metro Diner. Scores from the U.S. Open continue to go into the negative side.
Back 9, right?
JJ Spawn, 4 under, leading the way. Gary Woodland
Back
Wyndham
nine.
Clark, 3-2. You got Roy McIlroy, 2 under. Yes, he's playing the 8th. He's playing his 8th hole right now, but he started on the back 9. So did JJ Spawn. The only player on the leaderboard that started on the front 9 that is in the top 5 is Gary Woodland. He started on hole number 1. He is 3 under after 6. And then Bryson DeChambeau. 1 under after 7.
Phil Mickelson, even par. Taking a look at some other names that Harris English at 1 over. Tommy Fleetwood at 1 over.
Jackson Coven, the Auburn Tiger.
Yeah.
He is even after playing. Let's see, he's on 4, but he started on the back 9. So he started 9, 10, 11, and 12 after 4 holes.
Well done.
He is even. Again, he is the top-ranked amateur in the world, the Auburn Tiger golfer. So,
ooh, wow. We are getting some plus numbers in a big, big way on the bottom part of the leaderboard.
Amateur. Patrick Cantlay, though, he is 4 over. Justin Hicks, Matt Vaught. Matt Vaught, I believe, is the amateur that Charles Plott was referring to this morning that is from Philadelphia that had to go through all of the qualifying rounds, was a caddy there at Oakmont Country Club. He is 7 over after his front 9. Or no, my bad. He's already made the turn through 11 holes. He is 7 over. Cameron Tankersley. I want to say that name sounds very familiar. He is from Dixon, Tennessee. Cameron Tankersley is. And he is off to a rough start as well. He is an amateur. He is 6 over on his round. And I want to say Ole Miss. He is the Ole Miss golfer that had an outstanding round. Oh, he's been here. B. Rich knows. B. Rich knows a thing or two about good food. B. Rich, kind enough to join us this morning. Good morning, sir.
Absolutely, fellas, man. I'm glad y'all are getting ready to chow down. And I appreciate y'all still having me out there last year for that day. But hey, listen real quick about Fatimus Maximus. So here's the deal. If y'all get to have Fatimus Maximus on and you do pull off the ultimate surprise and you do get Drew, then I'm going to call in and you've got to let me ask Fatimus Maximus a question. I mean, I want
What is the
question?
What is the question?
That's a lot of pressure. I don't know that I got it right now. I mean, it's going to definitely be a controversial question.
Don't crawfish on me, right? You've got the question holstered and ready to go right now. I can hear it in your voice, B. Rich.
All right. My question is, are you low down? Are you dirty? Are you a snitch? Yes. The answer is yes to all of that. He's the biggest freaking cheater. He's the biggest cheater this conference has ever known. And the only thing that makes it better is he's a complete and total hypocrite too. So, I want a question. So if y'all pull this off, I want a question. It's going to be epic. I hope y'all do it.
Look, that would be, if we pulled off that would be the most epic Talking Ball thing in the history of the show. We've had some epic moments. I mean, we've had some epic moments of this show, and frying the turkey on Thanksgiving is right there with it.
Right. I don't know if I've ever seen Drew speechless, but I think if you have him on, I think he will. Like, it's going to be. I just think he'll be speechless and completely floored. So, anyways, but yeah. Hey, listen, Scott, real quick. I told Drew y'all's radio show right before the 4th of July. I don't know if he mentioned it to you, but you got an open invitation if you want to swing by the house. If y'all, I'm throwing it out there, I could do a 4th of July barbecue feast for you guys. So that would have to be.
That would have to be on, I'd imagine,
like the 3rd, maybe.
Yeah, I would say July 3rd.
Okay, you just let me know. I'm just throwing it out there. We can iron out the details and
if we can somehow make that the Philip Fulmer Day too.
Oh my gosh! So I tell you what. So we will work on July. So Drew, you're listening. I know you are. We're going to work on July 3rd.
Is there any basketball on July 3rd? I don't think so.
I don't think there is. No, he's done. Yeah, he's done in June. So July 3rd, we're doing the show from B. Rich's house in the morning, and we are going to do an epic July 3rd barbecue at 7 o'clock in the morning.
All right, I'll get to work on this.
Book it. Book it.
Book it.
I will
Book it.
I'm
All
not
right.
promising anything, but I'll get to work on it. All right.
All right.
Have a good one, fellas.
Thanks, B. Rich. Well, that's going to do it. We need to get one dang college. We talked to Ryan Fowler. We had a bunch of stuff to get through.
You remember it said, well, let's put a pin in this and get back to it? Yeah.
We didn't get to it.
Still in there.
We didn't get to it.
No.
We're going to get to some breakfast next, I promise.
Yes, we will.
We're live from Metro Diner, Highway 72. It's been a fantastic. Hey, we're not working tomorrow, so back at it Monday.
Have fun there, Blitz boys.
I'm here with Thomas from Talent Heating and Air. With the temperatures going up and temperatures going down right now, now is a good time to get your heating and air system looked at. Thomas, when somebody calls, you guys answer.
That's right. The phones are staffed by us. They're manned 24/7. We're ready to come out and take care of you that day.
How do they give you guys a call?
You give us a call at 256-503-4490.
And you can find you guys on the World Wide Web at
talenthvac.com.
And now is a good time to do this because you guys are offering a special deal.
That's right. We're doing $49